And then whatever movement I have left, I make my way towards them. I still have the Sith comm in my ear.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty quiet now. Although I guess, well, there are some people yelling about acid burning them.
I can probably hear this.
Okay, Jurat.
Okay, Jurat will move up 6 squares and begin his attack.
Seriously?
Getting good damage rolls, but good gravy.
Dallas just he just hides behind this tree and lets you reroll.
Just imagining him peeking out around the corner.
Much better.
That's what.
Okay then.
And then I will use a swift action to keep up my lightsaber defense, and then will use a free action and say, "Do you remember me, Anzadi?" I remember how good you taste.
Okay, these guys open fire on you, Barry. Okay, let me phrase that. These guys attempt to open fire on you. Well, they do open fire, you just deflect it, while also critting with your lightsaber and taunting the enemy.
I am a master of surrender.
These guys up here all run out of the storm.
I was gonna ask, did the tree just move?
The tree? What?
I saw an orange, or the brown tree move that was just south of them. It may have been the 6 troopers.
An optical illusion.
Yeah, something like that. I was playing tricks on me because I saw movement up there.
Mm-hmm.
My WoW days has taught me to be very, 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 very twitchy. Especially since I was usually the rogue hunting the other rogues.
Okay, Kalani.
Lightsabers. Okay, now lightsabers.
Yeah, so both of those attacks will connect. So you and Jurat start weaving your lightsabers around him. John.
Okay, I want to aim my rifle and fire at the guy.
Okay.
Are you-
So-
According to previous calculations, that should work.
Are you aiming
What?
nonchalantly?
Negative. Did that hit?
Yes, that does hit.
You can't just nonchalant on demand. It has to fit.
So as he's being attacked by two Jedi, he also gets shot from across the river.
With 34 damage. Ouch.
See, this is how we were supposed to fight this guy.
Okay, the little droids open fire and kill one guy as he runs out of the storm.
I'm burning with some kind of acid that's doing 3 points of damage.
2 points.
Oh yeah, 2 points, and then boom! Oh, I'm dead by droids. It's exfoliating my skin a little too much. Boom! Oh, I'm dead.
Okay, Del will not attack because he's not here, so he doesn't get to attack. And be super OP with Force Grip. Okay, because
You know he was going to use Force Grip too.
You have one more move object. Move up closer to the tree. And I will smash one of them into the other.
any particular two? The two on the east
The
side?
right two.
Okay,
The two on the right, yeah.
those two die.
And that's my last move object, I believe.
Okay, Darth Jarax continues attacking Kalani.
Little kitty, I will see you cut in half.
Also, Force Storm is gone.
Yes, you take 24 damage. Okay, Ariel, you continue going down the stairs. Right?
Yes. As I do, I take out my comm device. This time I'm going to the Sith channel, and I say, "This is Darth Virathi. There's too many of them. We're overrun. Retreat. Repeat. Retreat to the city. Leave this place now."
Okay, roll deception.
Force Mind.
Can't hurt, right?
No, it cannot.
By the way, that's the Sith name I've used before.
Mhm. Okay, Jarat.
Same thing.
Also, Ariel will use the Force.
And then I will use a swift action to keep up lightsaber defense.
You want to use a force point?
Are you advising that I should?
I am not doing any such thing. I'm merely inquiring.
Might as well.
Okay, that will hit.
Yeah, that puts it at 35, over 35, 36.
The force is strong with this one.
Yes.
Okay, these trooper guys will attack you.
Attack who?
You.
Okay, just double checking something, making sure. I've got so many floating numbers, it's kind of funny. No, they won't.
So you deflect there. Somehow you manage to be engaged in a lightsaber duel and deflect shots behind your back at the same time.
It's
I
just
like
like a
Jim.
whirling.
Mhm.
There's whirling blades. That's all anyone sees.
I am a Saresu, a specialist, of course.
Master, yes. You specialize in the single blade. These guys up here can't see Picasso, they'll attack the droids.
Oh no, little droids, let us shoot them.
Oh, another droid goes down. Okay, Kalani. Wait a minute, I didn't add in your bonus damage from that last time you used it.
Oh.
Okay, so he's got 12 less health. Oh wait, so how much damage did you do then? Oh, so you went over his damage threshold as well with that attack then. Okay.
Okay, where was I? Oh, yes. +1. And I will use a, did we figure out what his attack is, his defense is? Bother. I'm wondering whether I should use a force point on the attack roll or the force point on the damage from Battle Strike.
Pretty sure it's below 30.
Force point on the damage then?
Okay, that will hit.
Yay! And then second attack, great.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you guys are just slicing into him. John.
I'm gonna aim at him again and shoot.
Okay. That will definitely hit. For another 34 damage.
Does he burst into flames?
He seems to be fire resistant. So that's just ridiculous.
Overlapping voices, what?
Okay, so the little droids attack. I mean, if you... Okay, do people really want him to start on fire from that?
No, I don't care.
I mean, it was a 37, that's quite high. That's very far over his fortitude defense.
Actually, out of character, I mean, I've made a big deal about Mandalorians using fire as weapons, and I've been wanting to kind of, like, I don't know, eliminate that ability from this weapon or something.
Okay, yeah, so we can consider a different kind of buff to it then instead of that. So for now, we'll just think you're doing quite well without without the fire aspect. So Bob manages to take down another dude finally. Bob's real strength lies in the fact that even like 10 turns later, the guys still can't see him, so he can just slowly whittle down their health.
Eventually, he could kill them all.
Dell cheers everybody else on. Good work, everybody. Because
Yeah. I'm pretty much out of juice as far as hurting people who aren't force users goes. Let's see.
I totally forgot I was supposed to be keeping track of how many turns it's been since Gerard activated his damage reduction. That's why I put a little 10 in there, but I haven't been counting it down at all, so...
5 times.
Oh,
I
5
smacked,
turns, okay.
I smacked that guy over the head.
Okay, he looks quite dead after that.
He explode.
Yeah, as you go down the stairs, as you're saying that, Ariel, suddenly a lightsaber stabs at you.
Holy what?
Kairos? I think it's fair to say we all hate you.
Yeah, it's the other Twi'lek. I almost bet you it's the other Twi'lek.
And you hear a male voice say, "So you're Darth Fyrakli."
Oh, I guess not then.
Indeed, I am.
Okay, yeah, so you take 15 damage. Okay, and then Darth Gyrax attacks Kalani.
Oh, shenanigans.
So that's 31 damage. Because remember, enemies don't do crit damage. Kalani, would you like to try to deflect that?
Yes. All you can do, kiddo.
So 31, you say?
Yeah.
Owie. And damage threshold too. Wonderful.
Okay, so yeah, so he slashed you across the leg, so your movement speed is halved from that injury.
Ow.
Okay, Ariel.
So the lightsaber I used to deflect that was the red one. I pulled that out,
Okay.
and I'll make 2 attacks with it against him.
Do you have double attack?
Do you need double attack?
Yeah, double attack is for 2 attacks with 1 weapon, and dual weapon mastery is for a single attack with 2 different weapons.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm making 1 attack. But can I 2-hand it?
Yeah, if that's all you're holding, you can 2-hand it.
Okay.
Double your strength bonus or dex bonus if you're two-handing it if you have weapon finesse.
No, I don't, but I did double it.
Okay. Yeah, so you attack him with the red lightsaber and successfully connect.
I say, who are you?
He just starts laughing. Okay, Jarat.
I'm going to go ahead and lightsaber him again. And I suppose use a force point, might as well.
For the attack roll?
Yes. And then I will keep up lightsaber defense.
Okay. And your buddies, the guys down here, are going to once again let you demonstrate your lightsaber prowess.
Yeah.
And these guys, this one guy up here will attack you because
Yeah.
okay, Kalani.
Wait, did the droids get to shoot at him yet?
They already had shot that turn. They moved first in the turn right with Bob.
I will use a force point to get back Battle Strike and use that. Yeah.
Okay. That will connect for 31 damage.
Okay. What?
First attack hit for 32 damage. Sorry, I can do math.
You probably saw the damage for the second hit,
Oh, I probably did. Yeah.
which I don't think hit.
That's why. That is exactly what happened. Yeah, the second attack did not hit. Fluid John. Not Kalani. Kalani just went.
Oh, you were calling me Kahlua. Is this clown still standing?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna roll tactics for battle analysis.
Seriously, how much health does this guy have?
Jeez.
Yeah, he has less than 50%.
Well, that's good at least.
Okay. I don't know. I'm kind of far, but I call out to him. He's on his way out. Press the attack, and then I'll shoot at him some more.
Okay. Yeah, you can't aim because of the knowledge check.
I believe I can, because I can use a move action for that.
And aiming is 2 swift actions.
Oh, wait, are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I had something that made it just one. Maybe not, whatever. Yeah, correct.
Okay, one is
Nice,
something
why?
bad. Oh, something bad.
Dice, why?
Look out, Kalani, you're standing right next to the villain.
Hit me.
Okay, 3 is the one that's hit of ally, so... Oh, good. 6 is a comical miss and nothing bad happens.
What's a comical miss?
Like, you just blinked and suddenly fired into the air and it's, like, way over the tree line instead of towards the bad guy or something.
You fired up in my face.
Or you shoot into the river, you sneeze while firing and then shoot into the river and then you look around and hope nobody saw that. Bob continues his attrition campaign over here.
Shoot 1, yay, stealth. Shoot 2, yay, stealth.
And the droids continue their eradication campaign over here.
Pull!
And that guy dies. Because...
And that is where I will.
Okay.
Darth Creepy Face.
Legit, because I don't know who he is, he's terrifying me right now.
Well, that's his only icon is a creepy face. So yeah, That's about right.
Like, I'm afraid he's just gonna crush Ariel.
So he just continues laughing at you, and then he says, "You caused me to kill a good number of soldiers." And his eyes seem to like glow with an evil red light that seems to paralyze you. Although you're a Jedi Master, so maybe that actually doesn't work on against you. But you can pretend like it does.
Work.
But he doesn't know that, so he will attack you with his lightsaber.
I love being a Jedi.
So that probably doesn't hit you.
No.
Okay. So that is his turn. Darth Drax continues his assault against Kalani.
Seriously, dice. Okay, this is getting a bit alarming. Okay, yeah, more than a bit alarming.
Mission appreciate Shalu success. No, just kidding. Okay, Ariel, your turn.
Wait, doesn't Dell have stuff for this?
No, he chose not to take vital transfer because he apparently.
No, for defense.
Oh, because it was only. Wait, what's your normal defense?
My defense is currently at 29.
Okay, yeah, so he can use that power. Okay, yeah, so you don't take that damage. Yeah, good thing you remembered that, because I forgot about that, and Kylar's not here to use Del to his full potential. Well, his full potential would be force gripping the Anzadi, which would not be fun, so we're not doing that. Okay, Ariel!
Yes, it would be fun.
Okay.
Because then I'd have to argue with him about how he's a boss and how he should be able to have a post grapple check or something to break free and whatnot. Whatever. Especially since he's the grappling enemy.
Okay, so he expects me not to be able to move this round, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feign absolute terror, and then I run my full movement away from him. And I think because you said he doesn't expect me to move, that should mean I don't have to use a withdraw action.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
So I can move. Like, I'm just gonna run my full speed towards the people I'm looking for. And all the
Okay.
time, and the whole time I'm running, I'm like, "Well, see ya."
Okay. We're just gonna move you guys over to the edge of the map over here to enact that.
Yeah, what? A sudden black screen. Bye.
Black? How's it black? It should be white.
Then just zoom out, and then it will be like,
Actually, if you're gonna try to run away in which direction? That direction. We should move it over here. Okay. We're now over here. Yeah, so you want to like run 4 times your speed, basically.
yes.
Okay. So you can move 24 squares. Although, I mean, you technically weren't at the very bottom of the staircase, so I guess you can just move 12 squares. You can reach the bottom of the stairs. Because you still had 1 flight to go. purposes of this, we'll just say you're like effectively 12 squares away, even though you're actually down, not over, or whatever. Okay, Gerard.
Gerard is going to take a swing again. And use a swift action to maintain a shield. Or lightsaber defense, sorry.
Okay, that will connect. Okay, and these guys will attempt to shoot you again. And they will completely fail this time.
Yeah, they failed this time.
Kalani. Kalani.
Okay, first of all, what's required for second wind again? Just one
Swift action.
And they have to figure out how much health that is.
A quarter of your total health. So 30 hit points.
Okay, that's a bit better there. And lightsaber, I guess. Unless I use another force point to get battle strike again. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Okay, so make your attacks. Yeah, so beneath your two lightsaber attacks, he falls to the ground with two giant slashes in his chest. And as he lays there, his little proboscides come out and flop around, and they are still severed and injured. And in his death throes, they like to twitch around.
And everyone breathes a big sigh of relief.
Got him.
Woohoo!
Okay, John.
Now we get to get the trash.
Well, and there's mystery dude, but I'm not sure that we know about that. That's no issue.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna shoot this guy. Is there a penalty?
Which guy?
The guy southwest of.
If
Yeah.
you shoot from there, there's a. Actually, yeah, I guess you can hit him.
You
without
tell me.
penalty.
I don't know. I can't tell.
Yeah, you can shoot it without penalty down there.
Okay. Like I can shoot the top row, but maybe not the bottom row.
Yeah, sounds reasonable.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot the closest guy. I'm gonna aim. Where?
Okay, that guy definitely goes down.
That damage roll is a dumpster fire.
Pretty bad. Okay, does anyone mind if we just do Zariana's turn sequentially so we can see how this resolves before she has to leave?
I do not.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you hear his footsteps echoing loudly, chasing you down. And like at the top of the last flight of stairs, he stops and unleashes some force lightning. There's just one force lightning, but he has advantage. Oh, lucky got a net 20.
Yeah, he got a nat 20, but she takes the lower of the 2 damages, which is actually kind of good.
Yeah. You can also try to deflect that if you want. Oh, so close.
Yep.
Okay, so you take 25 damage and move 1 down on the condition track. And then it's your turn.
Okay.
Looking far ahead of you, you can see the 2 guys standing at the end of, or standing in the middle of this hallway.
Okay. I turn and place combustion under his feet. I'll roll a force point. And then, putting away my lightsaber, the red lightsaber, I yell into the, as I continue running towards them, I yell into my comlink, "I'm being chased by Sith, prepare." And then I just keep running.
Okay. Yes, you can move 6 squares to your left. Okay, let's see. Compared to fortitude defense. And use the force point to increase the attack roll. Okay. So yes, Mr. Creepy Dude will start on fire and take 14 points of fire damage. Then at his start of his turn, he will take some more fire damage, but I think it goes back to regular damage. Which I think is just 1d6, I think. Yeah, so he will ignore the fire that's on him and charge after you.
He charges only while he's on fire.
Yes.
That's not creepy at all.
His robes are flying behind him, and his eyes are glowing red as he runs at you while he's on fire. He looks very angry. Oh, wait a minute. JK, he didn't do that. He chose to put the fire out. That's what he did. Wait, but he had to move. He has to move out of the fire in order to put it out. But putting it out the floor on action. So, yeah, he runs out of the fire and starts putting it out. That's what he does.
Why the sudden change of heart? It was super like.
Because that was, I forgot that he, like, because he just heard you yell that, so, yeah, so he decided. Basically, his reasoning was like, he was going to try to kill you for that, but since you already said something, he's like, okay, be better to just put out the fire and then kill you. Since you already radioed the guys, and I realized that he overheard that because he was like right there, so yeah. So yeah, so it's your turn.
I run my full movement towards them, switching my blade into my silver. Not activating it yet, but switching it out. Continue running.
Okay, by your full movement, do you want to like do the 24? Okay. We'll allow that, even though by core rules, technically you can't switch your lightsaber and do that at the same time.
It's just like a swift, though, isn't it?
Well, it's a 4-round action to run your full speed, so you don't get any other actions.
That's dumb. You should be able to swift your lightsaber as you run.
But you can do it as you run, just not as you full out sprint as fast as you humanly can. Because if you think about it, you just ran like 24 times your height in 6 seconds. It's pretty
My
impressive.
lightsaber is like literally hooked to like a magnet or something.
Yeah.
It's like whatever, you're allowing it. I'm not arguing.
Okay, so then he finishes putting out the fire and then starts chasing after you.
How close am I to the people?
The people are on the map, so you can see how close you are.
Gah. Oh, it's Ajax.
He's not actually wearing armor, though.
That's good. We just won't tell John what he is then. And Barry's not here. Elon's not here, so yeah.
Let's see. Let's do some maths here. Oh, it's 70 feet just to over there. Yeah, he's definitely not within 90 feet of you then.
Well,
Because they're 3 stories down, so with that vertical feet would be included in the total distance, so.
yeah, but then we're changing shapes into a 3-dimensional object, and it's 90 feet down, which is more than 3 stories. That's why I'm asking, because if I were, I would be moving him up to the ceiling at least once to help Ariel.
Okay. So he's 30 feet down that way, 70 feet down that way, and he just ran, like 12 more squares that way, which means, or no, 6 squares, so just like another 30 feet. So, what is the hypotenuse of a 1030 triangle? 10,000 divided by 900. Oh wait, no, that's not right. 10,000 divided by 100. Oh, it's a squared plus b squared, not divided by. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, what's the square root of 90? 100 is more than. Yes, more than 90. Yes, he is slightly more than 90 feet away, according to geometry.
Okay.
I applaud you because you put way more work into that than I would have.
According to my calculations, he is actually about 102 feet away. Or yards, or whatever distance we were measuring in. Okay, so
Wait a
it's his
minute.
turn or the Ariel's turn.
How did you figure that?
Because he was 70 squares on the surface plus 30 squares down, and then he had ran another 30 squares underneath. So 70 plus 30 is 100. So it was like the hypotenuse of 100 by 30 right triangle is apparently, according to my math, somewhere around 105-ish.
Anyway, it works. I'm moving.
Was it his turn or your turn? I think it was his. Oh yeah, he
Okay.
finished putting out the fire and then ran, and then was that before or after you? That was before. Okay, yeah, so it is your turn, I think.
Running.
Okay, do you want to ignite your lightsaber?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, now I need to ask an important question. If I take the blade apart and attack like that, do I need to double attack to attack twice, or does my dual attack work?
That dual attack works with that. Yeah. Double attack is only for attacking twice with a single weapon.
Okay. Then I'm gonna split my saber because I think fighting in close quarters will work better that way.
Okay. Yeah, so you see a golden light from the guy holding a lightsaber. His lightsaber is letting out a golden-ish light. Well, I guess, can Mir Luca perceive colors through the Force? I think they can. So,
Yes.
so it's a goldenish light.
My
Otherwise, the tunnels are like in pitch black down here. But
no, not
I
with
don't
my
really care about
lightsaber.
that. Oh, your lightsaber's out too. Oh yeah, that's right. As you ignite it, it's a giant, brilliant silver light.
Two of them too. Yeah, mine's a big candle.
Okay, so they run up to you, and the one holding the lightsaber, who you can see is a Zabrak, says, "Where's Del?"
I pointed my lightsaber. He's upstairs. We have to go through that though. I pointed the Sith charging at us.
Yeah, you see that the Sith is now running in the opposite direction.
What?
If he's coming towards the stairs, that's where I was heading, so yeah.
This seems to be the session of taunts.
Yeah, right when he's at like the base of the stairs, he is within range. So I guess you get an attack on him. Okay, so you slam him into the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Oh. That increases the die roll too, doesn't it? 26 to 32. That's what? 2 additional d6s?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, but that's the same as having the force point, so we'll just take that 8. So 31. Yeah, so you slam him into the ceiling and then he drops and then keeps running down one of the other tunnels, headed to the south.
All right, I need to go to bed. So for the remainder, I'm just gonna leave these people out.
Okay.
Good night, everyone. Enjoy the creepy Sith.
Good night.
Sid.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, now that we're going to be missing like 2 out of the 6 players that we have, maybe we should just call it a night here.
Maybe.
I mean, I say resolve. We could resolve to trash him top that's still around.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have gone a bit ahead with the
Yeah, that's
underground
true.
situation.
Yeah, we can catch up in the time frame. Okay, let's take a short break before then. I
Agreed.
have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll reconvene in 10 minutes.